Namaste, Coven. Welcome back to the mat and welcome to day 4 of this Wake the Witch yoga journey. In today's practice, root chakra, we are going to be working in a hands-free flow. So 20 minutes of playing around with some really gorgeous poses, working on our balance and really connecting with that root chakra. So the root chakra is located just at the base of the spine, and it is the chakra that is needed to help us feel grounded, to help us get that sense of stability and security, and to really kind of give us the energy to withstand any challenges that come in our way. So today's practice is going to be challenging, but we are activating that root chakra, so we have totally got this, witches. Okay, Kevin, when you're ready, let's meet at the top of our mats. Roll shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to come in to a mountain pose, so Tandasana. So we're not just dropping that hips, pressing the belly forward, bum sticking out. We want to really tuck the tailbone under, root down through the feet, so lift the toes up, relax them back down, and float your hands forwards. So you start to feel that core engage. And just taking a moment here to breathe in through the nose and to breathe out. Just starting to feel your breath flow to the base of the belly. Almost like you're sending it all the way down into the heels. Start to feel those roots come down. And as I said, we're going to be working with a hands-free practice. So really kind of finding our fire by connecting with the earth beneath us. So really finding that root to rise. So for today's practice, we're going to give ourselves an affirmation together as an online community. So we're going to repeat it out loud and proud 3 times to really seal the energy, work with the power of 3. So all together, take a deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath all the way out. I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here. Not just saying the words, but truly feeling them. Remember, a witch is kind, a witch has boundaries, and a witch is powerful, knowing that she has a right to be anywhere. She has a right to understand her feelings. She has a right to connect with the earth, and she has a right to be as powerful as she'd like to be. I have a right to be here. Remembering that a witch takes charge, a witch is powerful in their magic, in their abilities, and their connection to the earth below us, the world above us. So when you're ready from here, we're going to start to take some gorgeous spinal movements, so hands free. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath out. From here, we're going to tuck chin to chest, round into the shoulders and begin to roll the body all the way down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bending the knees until the point that the fingertips touch the mat. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, roll the body all the way up. Taking it a few more times. Tuck chin to chest, roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, roll all the way up. Moving as fast or as slow as you like. Beautiful. Before we take it once more. and then roll the body all the way up. This time, find length through the fingertips. Pull that belly button in and up the ribs. Coming into a mini back bend. Start to send the hip bones forwards and send the body back. Bending into the knees. Engage the core. Holding for 3. Oh, hurts my throat. For 2. And for 1, hands come to prayer at heart center. We're going to step it back into our warrior 1. So shift weight to the right foot and step as far back as you like with that left. Toes point off to the left hand corner. Square the hips with the top of the mat. Bend deeper into that front knee. Pull the arms all the way to the sky. So activating the fingertips here. Squeeze them together. Drop the head back. Inhale. Exhale, extend front leg, bring the hands to prayer at heart center, move into pyramid pose. Keep squaring the hips with the top of the mat, and from here, forward fold. Stay here in pyramid witches, or come to revolve triangle. Outside of the left hand comes the outside of the right ankle, and we pull, whoop, the right arm all the way to the sky. Gazing towards those fingers, holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring the chest to the center, bend into that front knee and lift the body all the way back up. Playing around with balance, we pivot on the back toes to lean the chest forward. Briefly come into flying warrior, so flex into that back foot. And then take a beautiful big step back. Roll first to warrior 2, gorgeous, bend deep into the front knee. And then bring both feet parallel. Heels come in, arms move to cactus, and we sit lovely and low into goddess pose. Keeping that chest lifted, sending the hip bones back. Remember your affirmation, your intention. I have a right to be here. Holding for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs. Reach those arms up and overhead. And then from here, we bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Pivot on the right toes, pivot on the left toes. Now we're facing the back of the mat. And we're going to take a lovely big step into a tree pose. So bend into the front knee and come to meet me in your tree pose. Really rooting down through the left leg. Inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, keep the hands in prayer. We're going to transition into a revolved chair. So from here, we're going to step the right foot by left, sink lovely and deep in to the knees, and then twist right elbow over the left knee. Make sure you keep those hips squared to the top of the mat and sit lovely and low. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring that chest into the center and forward fold. Take hold of the elbows and relax the body down. On your next inhale, fingertips to the mat or hands to the shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. We roll the body up, find length through the fingertips. And then bring the hands to prayer at heart center, ready to step back into that warrior 1. Shift weight to the left foot. Take a beautiful step back with the right. Right toes point off to the right hand corner. Square the hips to the top of the mat. Bend deep into the front knee. And pull the arms to the sky. Oh, I have not got balance today for this hands-free flow. Yes, with control. Inhale, extend the front leg. Exhale, move to pyramid pose. Root down in pyramid pose. Outside the right hand comes the outside of the left ankle. Pull the left arm to the sky. Revolved triangle pose. Inhale, back into the center, come to pyramid, hands move to heart center as we bend deep into the front knee, lift the body up, ready to transition to flying warrior, lift the back heel up, flex into the toes and move to flying warrior. Whoop, holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Step back with the right foot, rolling briefly to warrior 2. Before we bring both feet parallel. Heels come in, let's bend those elbows off to cactus. Sit lovely and low to goddess. Say it out loud, I have a right to be here. Holding for 5, sit lower. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. On your exhale, hands come back to prayer. Pivot on the left toes, pivot on the right toes so you face the top of the mat. Take a lovely big step into tree pose, so bend deep into the front knee. Find your chosen tree pose. Keep breathing into the belly. You've got this. Embrace every single wobble. The legs are starting to burn. For 3, 2, hands stay in prayer as we move to that revolved triangle. Relax left leg by right. Bend into the knees to first come to Utkatasana, chair pose, and then hook the left elbow over the right knee, pulling back on that left hip to sit lovely and low here. Holding for 3, keep twisting, for 2, and 1. Bring the chest to the center, take hold of the elbows and come to a rag doll. When you're ready, we keep flowing, witches. We've got this. Inhale, fingertips to the mat or hands to the shins to gaze forwards. Exhale, bend into the knees, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll the body to standing. Find length through the fingertips. And then bring the hands to prayer, heart center. Step it back to that warrior 1. Take a beautiful big step back with that left foot. Square the hips to the top of the mat. Bend into that front knee. And reach the arms high. So dropping the head back to gaze towards the thumbs. Connect with that throat chakra a little bit. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Yes, extend the front leg, square the hips off at the top of the mat. Come back to pyramid, maybe forward folding a little bit more than you did before. Maybe taking reverse prayer behind the back. Stay rooted down as we come to revolve triangle. Outside the left hand comes the outside of the right foot. Pull the right arm to the sky. Maybe you shift your gaze to follow those right fingertips. Embrace every wobble. Inhale. Yes, exhale, bring the body back to center, bend into that front knee straight away here and lift the back leg up, flying warrior. Option to intensify by bending in to that back leg. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a lovely big step back with that left foot. Briefly come to warrior 2. And then extend the front leg. Move to Trikonasana pose. Gently bend into the front knee, which is come first to warrior 2, and then extend both legs. So both feet come parallel, heels come in, bend the elbows, we come to goddess pose. Sit lovely and deep. Ready, say it out loud. I have a right to be here. Embrace that power, embrace that strength. And when it starts to burn, we sit a centimetre lower. Holding for 5, 4, 3, you've got it, 2, 1. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, pivot on the back toes. So we face the back of the mat, ready to step into a tree pose. So step it all the way forwards. Inhale. Oh, it's intense. On your exhale, right foot meets left foot. From here, we're going to come to revolved tree pose, not revolved chair pose. So sit lovely and low. First come to Utkatasana and then bring hands to prayer. Tuck right elbow over the left knee. Pull the right hip back. Sit lovely and low. Sit even lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, yes, and 1. Come into the center, wrap the arms around the legs, bend into the knees, forward fold here, giving yourself a lovely little hug. On your next inhale, fingertips to the mat or hands to the shins to gaze forwards. On your exhale, bend into the knees, roll, body to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, sweeping the arms overhead. And then bring hands to prayer at heart center. Final flow. We shift weight to the left foot, step it back into your warrior 1. Right heel floats off to the right hand corner. Square the hips with the top of the mat. And start to bend lovely and deep into that front knee. Pulling those arms up and overhead. Yes. Inhale with control, extend the front leg. Exhale, come to pyramid. Maybe keeping the hands in prayer at heart center. Maybe find reverse prayer behind the back. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, right hand comes the outside of the left foot. Pull the left arm to the sky. Fingertips can float off the mat as we come to revolved triangle pose. Holding 3. Hold 2. And 1. Gorgeous. Bring the body to the center. Immediately come to that warrior, flying warrior even, by keeping the chest low. Lift the back leg up. Option to bend into that back knee. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Oh, legs on fire. Into warrior 2. And then extend the front leg. Come to Trikonasana pose. Bend into that front knee. Roll body back to warrior 2. Beautiful movements. And then bring both feet parallel. Heels come in. Final time. I'm absolutely sweating. Come to goddess pose. Sit lovely and low, bending at the elbows. Holding 5, 4, you've got it. 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs. Yes. Pull the arms up and overhead. And then bring hands to prayer at heart center. Pivoting the toes, face top of the mat. Step, float, fall your way into one final tree pose. When you're ready, we transition in to revolve tree. Relax, not revolve tree, revolve chair. Relax left foot by right. Bend at the knees, Utkatasana. And then hook left elbow over the right knee, keeping those hips facing forwards. Sit lovely and low. Final bit of strength for 5, 4, 3, 2, yes, 1. Forward fold, wrap the arms around the legs. We did it. Day 4 of Waking the Witch. One more time, say it out loud and proud. I have a right to be here. On your next inhale, Coven, fingertips to the mat or hands to the shins to gaze forwards. Exhale, bend into the knees, roll the body to standing, sweep the arms up and overhead, and then bring the hands to prayer at heart center, finishing off with a little bit of breath work. What we're going to do is going to take the hands just to those ribs, so roll the shoulders away, tuck that tailbone under, so it's still an activated Tandasana, but hands come to the ribs. And tune into your breath here. Your inhales, your exhales. Feeling those ribs expand and the palms of your hands, and then contract back together when you exhale. And before we close this practice, remind yourself once more what your intention is for the next 30 days, the one that we set on the first day. So set it here in the mind, and then seal it with your breath. Before we bring hands to prayer at heart center, bow chin to chest, with love, with gratitude, and with thanks to ourselves for the strength of our minds, for bringing us to the mat, to those who've flowed with us as an online coven. And thanking you so much for allowing me to guide you through day 4 of this Wake the Witch journey. I hope you are feeling your power surge through your body, through your physical body, your spiritual body, and I hope you feel really connected to both your yoga practice and possibly your witchcraft practice or your spiritual practice. I hope you feel like you are waking up. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. As always, if you are loving this 30 days of yoga course, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It's really allowing this channel to grow and to meet so many beautiful souls from around the world to make it the best coven going. So thanking you so much, and I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for day 5. It's going to be fun. See you tomorrow.